Well, hello, and welcome back to another playthrough, my Darkest Dungeon modded playthrough. Today we're gonna go over, we're actually gonna spotlight two different new mods that just came out recently that I've been wanting to share with you guys. So the first one is called the Mender. So she is a very, your typical healer replacement to the Vestal, but she has some more interesting things involved that really make me gravitate towards her a little bit. So first off, to start with, she has your normal bandage heal from the back line, 4 to 5. Actually, a little weaker than your typical Vestal, but um, she has some other things that make her very worth having on your party and your roster. She has your typical party heal, but she also has a cure to blight and to bleed and cure debuffs at the same time, while also helping your party resist debuffs, which is pretty good. She also has her ensuing tincture, which is a stress heal, so that's also pretty useful because you can't have too much stress heal in the party. She has a slingshot, which is a stun. Vestal also has a stun, but I would say it's probably fairly stronger at level 1 than typical Vestal is, and it actually does pretty good damage. Then you have your toxic shot that you can use from the back line. So she's blight, so she's basically like a plague doctor and a Vestal kind of mixed together in a way with the toxic shot here. And then she has uh her mark ability, which also negates dodge from your opponent. Debuff target -15 dodge, which is pretty good. I like to run her basically as a healer, but that's because I'm not running another healer. If I did, I would probably have something like a toxic shot in the back line, or using a mark target or debuff so she can actually be useful in mark synergy. So yeah, for her, she's pretty good. She has some interesting camping skills where she can remove blight, other things like that. A stress heal. She can remove disease from target, which is really freaking big in this game. Because Darkest Dungeon, you need to have a disease heal, disease removal, because otherwise, it's just about to get real for you in the sanatorium. And for our next mod here, we have the Eternal. Now she is very this is an impressive mod. This is a well made mod. Yeah, so she is a backliner. She is just a crit tank. You can see she already has a 12% crit, but that's probably because she has reckless over here, which I'm not sure if that was intended to be on her or not. So she has Warrior of Light, and she really just functions off of being a backliner who she can also fight from the front, but she needs to have Torchlight, because you see here she does +5 damage per 25 Torchlight with her channel. So that's plus 20% damage at 100% Torchlight. And she also has her Scorch, which bypasses stealth, de-stealth, +5 to torch, -6 dodge per 25 light. So she's looking at, what is that, 24 dodge with 100% Torchlight, but it also debuffs her torch decrease skill. So, and she has glaring Aegis, which gives you a block for two for her and your other backliner next to her. So that's already super strong, and it's a +2% dodge per 25 torchlight. So you're looking at 8 plus dodge for you and your immediate ally, which in this case would be the Mender right here. So that is, to me, this is just kind of a really strong class. I also believe that on death she does resurrect herself. I'm not sure exactly how that works since I haven't had her die yet, but it's pretty awesome. She also has really great artwork too. So, and here we have Rejuvenate, which she's just a basic just a little heal like every round or so, +2 for each round, but at full max HP it gives you -14 stress, so that's also pretty useful in the beginning of a fight if you want to just get that little stress heal off. Which her plus Mender, I really think their stress skills will come in handy. She has Wither, so you can wither down your opponents over here. It steals your restoration. Self also restoration, get +2 for each round. Debuff target -60% healing received, -60% healing skills. So if you ever want to like mess up your opponents on the other side with, if they have healing abilities like maybe the Miller that I just fought in my last video, this would probably come in handy. Here we have her Eternal Plague, which is in the front line, where she basically just blights all the targets and negative 12% prot and clear our corpses. Suffer 3 HP damage. I think she suffers damage for each person she hits, similar to how the Arsonist suffers damage for his hits. And here's where you really get into the complexity of the Eternal, which is her Horrifix, which she basically spawns cannon pick jars, and each one of them does different things. So you have the intestines, which heals people. You have the lungs, which negative stress. You have the liver, which cures blight, and you have the stomach, which cures bleed. And depending on which one you spawn in your inventory, oh, I'm sorry, this is if you have them in your inventory. She can spawn these with her produce cannon pick jar and her camping kit. So you spawn one of these, and depending on which one you have in your inventory, you can use this, which may give you random bonuses, which is nice. She also has something that correlates like this right here for each jar in the inventory, and like 8% nighttime ambush, chance. So that's all pretty good. You know, if you don't have somebody who automatically prevents nighttime ambushes, you could use this right here. So that's pretty nice. She has her basic stress heals. She has clean bandages, which removes blight from target, produce bandages, so that's pretty nice. So she can even produce bandages. She has her hours blessing, that 30% torch burn rate, which is pretty good for her abilities since she needs sunlight. Plus 30% torch increase skills, which is once again amazing for her abilities she has, and negative 30% if torch is above 75. So negative 30% stress if her torch is above 75. So yeah, this class is pretty much all about keeping the lights on for her damage and her crit chance. So yeah, we're gonna get a little bit into them here. We know I brought Amber, my dog, a good girl here, and I've also brought Aunt May, our butcher bird, who can protect and does a lot of bleed damage. Before anything else, I'm gonna level up her camping skills. I kind of forgot about them. Want to go to Sunward, but because I don't want to have this party wipe, because these dungeons are hard, I'm gonna take them into the cove.
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out. Watch your step.
I'm not touching that. Not touching that. Gonna just ignore it. Pretend it's not there. First things first, I want to get to the back of the cave. That's very useful. I'm not touching any of those things because I'm not trying to get any oh wow, just stepping into traps. I'm not trying to get any that craving for blood until I actually start doing the DLC. That one specifically, because you know when you start that, you kind of had to just go all in. When your heroes are suffering, you need more blood.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
Alright, there's nothing down here. I don't really pay attention to that. Oh well. That means that second part of this this cave is gonna be full of fights. If there's nothing down here, it's gonna be full of people, monsters, because they're not people. They're too ugly to be people. Not gonna touch it. Ignore it. Be strong. What is up with these traps? Thank God it's Amber just running into all of them, because otherwise, there we go. Finally a fight. There's a stress hill at full HP. That crap is awesome. She basically traverses whatever stressors on the other side does, really. She just negates it if they're at full HP. Gonna heal the party so she can get that stress healed again. Low-key kinda ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie. Can't match it with that's like at max level. You miss. Jesus Christ. 10?
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. The death by inches.
Yeah, basically brought Amber along to make sure nobody dies, because that's what Amber does. Make sure no one dies. She just kills everything. I'm not touching these things. Stop spawning them, game. Damn it. Yeah, this dungeon doesn't like amber at all. I want to take this guy out the equation. This sharpshooter is a pain in the ass. Perfect. Not perfect. Oh my god. He's not dodging anything anytime soon.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all. Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Yeah, this dungeon doesn't like amber at all. It's been trap after trap. No bricks. Bitch. Bitch.
falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Yeah, I definitely think the Mender plus Eternal go very well together with the stress hills.
Decimated.
Oh my god. You gotta do him like that, bro. Just relax, man, bro. Now look, there goes one of the jars.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
So this one cures bleed, and when consumed clears debuffs. So that's nice. Will it be a trap? Yes. This dungeon does not like Amber. Of course it will. Negative 25 damage. That's like just negative 25 damage. God damn. Oh look, finally. Finally. Just because I wanted to fight something else. It's a lot of stress. Need to relax, back off.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Oh my god.
The abyss
I did not know he could do
returns
that.
Even the boldest gaze.
Oh shit. That sucks. Damn, I want to see that's kind of serious that it just happened. Somebody's about to get the Crimson Curse. There we go. Get that dodge off.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving. Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Didn't really get much for that fight at all. Yeah, it is interesting though. DLC is definitely, I would say, like a lot harder than just the base game. Dang. Gotta kill him.
Another one falls. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. The blood quickens.
Yeah, this Agus right here is very useful. They really trying to bring down that back line right now, and it's not working out for them.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Might as well use this to rejuvenate.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it. A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten. The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Yeah, we got tons of fights in this dungeon today. You cannot get through this shit.
Eradicated.
And we're just destroying these niggas right now.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Yeah, so overall good party composition over here. This is working out. Amber not playing.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade. Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
It is fight after fight in this dungeon. It's a dodge. Another dodge. Let's go. Gonna heal our Mender over here. Well, really just stress it. Stun him because I don't like him.
Obliterated. The promise of safety.
Well, at least there's some good stuff here in this fight. Finally. I'm not really sure what this does. I'm not sure which mod brings this. It doesn't even do anything, it just makes an ocean sound.
At last, wholesome marine life can flourish. If indeed there is such a thing.
well, that's all for this one. You see what the Eternal and the Mender can do. They're both very good versatile classes. So yeah, they work well together. I would say. Probably want to use them together. I think I'm very impressed with what the Eternal can do. She has a lot of useful abilities that actually go well with the Mender. Now Stress Hill is probably paramount to anything else. So yeah, see you guys in the next stream.